Hey guys, good morning. I think I'm on. Had a little bit of technical troubles this morning, but I think I figured it out. So, normally I'll like unplug my laptop and just kind of let the battery wear down a bit. Well, apparently when it's unplugged, the computer doesn't quite push as hard as it normally does when it's plugged in. And it would not push the stronger stream signal. So I was like, wow, okay, you learn something new every day. So apologies for the delay in getting started here. I'm just going to do a quick sound check, and then guys, we're going to dive right in. And where am I standing? Right here where I took my thumbnail. Booyah. So folks, in the meantime, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment, all that fun stuff. I always appreciate that. And Dee Dee, if you're watching, I know you gave me that tongue twister rhyme thing. I can't remember it. I don't know, I'm gonna have to write it on the blackboard like 100 times or something, but every time I go to pull it out, I completely blank out. So I'll have to go with Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper did pick a peck of pickled peppers, where are the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? Getting better. Okay, it's actually pretty good today. Real time, baby. That's a rarity. Rare treat for the day. Hey, Wanda and Kathy. Good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are having an awesome weekend so far. It seems like I'm always so excited for Friday. And then Saturday comes and it's like, oh yeah, I still got the whole weekend. And then Sunday comes, it's like, oh, I still got a day. But it goes so fast. Funny thing, this morning, I'm just going to give the stream a minute or two here, plus I want to get a refill on the coffee. But, I don't know what it was, guys. But every now and again, something will just pop into my mind. It usually comes at the most inopportune moment for whatever it might be, and I cannot get rid of it. So I woke up about 2 hours ago, which is 2 hours early, and the old school Cinderella movie from like the 80s or 70s even, I can't remember now when that thing was put out, maybe even the 60s. But it was animated, it was a good movie, and it was good childhood memories, Disney movie. Anyway, that song they were singing, oh sing sweet nightingale. The scene where, like, one of the evil stepsister's fingers got stuck in the flute, and she's, like, trying to yank it out, and the flute's, like, hitting the other sister in the throat, and she's like, hi, 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 hi. Anyway, I couldn't get it out of my head, and then I couldn't sleep. It was, like, persistent. And then I just kept singing the song, humming the song. It's like, oh my goodness. So anyway, that's how my morning's going. And hopefully I pass that on to y'all. Hey, Link Mario, welcome back. Good to see you again. Brian Austin, what's up, what's up? Steven81, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again. Excuse me. I'm actually doing pretty good, Link Mario. Thanks for asking. With the exception of, you know, just being slightly sleep deprived. Not anything that a good cup of coffee can't handle. Or coffee, you gotta say it right. Yeah, anyway, just... wow. But definitely looking forward to a day of rest. I love my 7th day of rest. Like, you don't even know. I look forward to that every week. And getting to share that with y'all is just even better. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and... We're about 5 minutes in, just about right. Go ahead and get this party started. I'll go ahead and excuse myself out of the screen. Toodles! Alright, so... Where am I at and what am I doing? Guys, Gerudo Desert. It's big, it's extensive, it's massive. You know, it's a lot of land space, especially if you don't have those sand boots. You're going to go nowhere fast, so you can really spend some time out here. Now, you notice by my map, I've already got some of these shrines knocked out, so I'm just going to put some links in the description below to show you how I did those. In particular, the very prior stream I did to today's in the playlist, which, again, there's a link in the description below. But the very prior video in that playlist will show you how I did, excuse me, the Noble Pursuit, or I think they call that one a Perfect Drink. So if you need help with that, please check out my prior stream in the playlist. In addition, I'll also put some other links in there showing how I got into Gerudo Town initially. There's a whole to-do there. And let's see, what else? Getting out to the Great Fairy Fountain, again, that was part of my getting out to Gerudo there. I think that one's called Kill Them All, like, right now or something. That's when we went to Gerudo to go get our bone system. And then I went to the Great Fairy Fountain to upgrade said bone system. Guys, I'm also going to show you how to kill all the Moldugas, because there's quite a few here in the area. And it's nice to, you know, have those out of your way so that you can just kind of do your open looting, exploring. Good stuff. A lot of fun there along that route. Not only the Moldugas, you know, they give you the guts and the fins, but there's also just random loot out here. You see a couple of bad boy nests via skulls. Those are fun. A little bit challenging, not gonna lie. They're higher grade enemies, tougher weapons that they use, so they can kill you quick. One bad boy nest in particular, right out here. Terrible! You got archers there. You got just, yeah, big beefy enemies, big beefy weapons. Ouch. I'm also going to show you a hidden gold rupee up here in a sandstorm. And there's also like another, I don't know if it's an actual official shrine quest, but basically you kind of get lost in the sandstorm out here. There's a bunch of statues with swords pointing a certain direction. I'm going to show you where that shrine is right now on the map since we're talking about it. And I believe that's going to be under this rib cage right here. So ultimately that's where you're going to end up. However, you can't just get there from here because at some point in the sandstorm you lose your mini-map, so you can't really see it anymore. But yeah, I'll definitely show you guys how to track that down and get that knocked out. That's about where that gold rupee is going to be anyway. There's also another shrine quest out here, just to show you on the map exactly where that's located. Pow! But once again, once we get into the sandstorm, you won't be able to actually see it. You'll just have to kind of trust in your direction once you enter that sandstorm. A fun little bad boy nest here too, by the way. Of course, we're going to do the 7th heroine, or the 7 heroines, whatever. Find all the missing balls. That's a lot of fun. And oh my goodness, when did I do the labyrinth? I don't have a link in there yet, but I will put one in there. So I did all the labyrinths like at once. And I think that one was only supposed to be the Akela labyrinth, so that might throw people off. I probably need to swap out that thumbnail and update that description. But yeah, I'll go ahead and put that link in there too to show you how I got into the labyrinth. Last but not least, guys, we'll probably head up into this area, because honestly, I don't know when else I'm going to be back over here. There's nothing else to do over here. I've already got my 5-star speedster horse from this area. As far as shrines and other to-dos, there's really nothing else to do here, so in the interest of, you know, trying to clump things together as best as possible, we're also going to venture up into here. So folks, before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. And I just realized Link is not wearing the proper attire for being out here in the harsh desert environment. Samboos, bye-bye! Alright, folks, the heroines. I always don't enjoy this one because it's hard. It just takes time. Like, the balls can be hard to find. The little emblems can be hard to locate as to, you know, how to match the ball to the right statue. So basically every statue is going to have one of these little placards on it, but sometimes they're hidden, they're behind the swords, they can be on the face or the foreheads. You just don't know where to look. But anyway, long story short, every single statue is going to have one of these placards on it. So yeah, we just basically have to match the placard to the ball, and that's how you know which ball goes in which hole. So we got a ball sitting right here, it's a little Kema. So we got to find the Kema statue. And again, these placards can be tough to find. They could be at the base of the feet. For example, there's one right there. And I can see that's like a double bar. And I think that ball is actually like a freebie. Another little helpful tip, use your yellow rune. You can usually see stuff lighten up from a pretty good distance, whereas opposed to the red rune, it doesn't always light them up, at least not real good super far away. Okay, that is not a freebie. Where's my double bar ball? Double bar ball, DBB. Okay, so anyway, I'll just try to keep mental track of where these things are. And, this one is on the chest. Okay, that's that little rocket ship looking icon. Second statue over, and I just saw that ball. So that'll be victim number 1. Whoops. I guess that one wasn't stuck in the sand, it came right out. Okay, we got one and done. Okay, that's the international banking symbol. I don't know what else to call that. This one is the double dots. Alright. Not to be confused with Dippin' Dots. Double dots. That would be the one. Oh man, see I lost track of which statue it was. I think it's that one. Okay, so the double dots, I think this is the one right in the middle. Yep, right in the middle. Where is my placard? This one might be behind. Yep, see? Nice little hiding spot. That's the donut. That's the easy one to remember. Because we all love donuts. Our bodies don't love donuts, but we love donuts. And what do we got here? That is the Kema! I know where the Kema is. Hashtag Kema. Hey! There you go, my ego. There we go. I think that was the Kema. Yes, Kema. Alright, so what do we got over here? Ooh, we haven't seen this one yet. That's the V. The V. I think this is actually the one. One of these statues was a freebie. Like, the ball was right by the statue that it needed to go into. And I think that's it. It's kind of tough to see from my angle, but I'm 99.9% sure this is the one. Okay, so this is the one that's stuck in the sand. And just to let you know how I get it, like, unstuck, I just basically lock on with magnesis and then I, like, flip the controller back toward me real sharply, real fast. Like, up toward my face or my chin, and it usually pulls it right up for you. Getting close, guys, getting close. I know, this one's a bit time-consuming. Just because, well, first of all, you gotta locate everything. That takes a minute. And there's my international banking symbol, I think. Yep. Booyah. That one's easy to find, right over there. And then via process of elimination, I think we only got one hole left. Wait a minute. Okay. I didn't see that one there for a second. Like, what's going on? Where's my ball? So yeah, we only have one more hole to fill. And that's gonna be... this one? Yep, we have a missing hole. Okay. Or a missing ball, I should say. And that is gonna be our donut. Where's my donut? I'm having trouble finding my donut. That should never happen. And honestly, I think one of these balls we have to climb up for it. Maybe it's like up here behind a statue, I can never remember. I remember one of these was really out of the way and tough to find. That's probably going to be the donut. So I'll probably just revolleys up to the top of a statue and take a quick look. Gotta love that revolleys, and I just realized my mini-map and everything is turned off. That's because I was trying to get a good thumbnail. And I do not like that. I like my mini-map. Not only that, I feel like it helps folks navigate on their own games when they're following along. There you are. So ironically, this one is already next to the statue. It needs to go in as well. I wonder if I can play basketball. Like, how far out is that thing? I doubt it. That looks like it's quite a ways out there. It was almost sort of kind of lined up, right? Almost sort of kind of. That's a new word. It's hyphenated. And once you get the ball in the hole, just like Happy Gilmore, guys, you are good to go. So I definitely hope that helps you all out with that one. I know that one's a bit of a beast. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like the video, I always appreciate that. Let's see, who else do we have here? Yeah, that travel medallion. Indeed, Brian Austin. Having a great weekend indeed. Thanks for asking. Hey, Dee Dee, welcome back. Hi, peeps. My peeps. Speaking of peeps, apparently I had a couple left over from Easter, and they got, like, old. They turn hard, man. Like, those things are stone now. You cannot chew into that anymore. Yeah, Marigold, sorry you missed a part of this one. It's definitely fun, just takes a little bit of time. And I actually got through that one quicker than I normally do. Like, normally I'm here for a while trying to find everything. But it worked out pretty good today. Silent Soliloquy, welcome back. Good to see you again. Alright. Let's go and see what I did all this hard work for. I think it's like a rupee. Maybe, possibly. It's either a rupee or a diamond. I know it was a pretty good prize. They made us work for that one. Wow, 24 spirit orbs. I should probably do something about that. And I will have to eventually. I'll need those for the Master Sword Trials and Eventide. Flame Spear! I would not have guessed that. Might as well tech refresh my fire weapon here. The thing I hate about, like, replacing the sword for the spear is I know where this is in my quick menu. Like, I know it's in the swords, and then when I, like, put the spear in there, it's like I always forget, and then I have to go back, and it takes forever, so maybe I'll just leave that be. And now you guys understand the inner workings of my mind. '25, like 2025. Well, I cannot believe it's August already. Kids are going back to school. Like, guys, it's Christmas is going to be here. Like, Christmas is coming. And if I don't start, like, doing it now, it doesn't get done. And then Christmas comes, and I'm like, oh, wow, I don't have anything done. So, yeah. Christmas is here, you might as well say. Alright, so Shrine Quest, DU, and done. I guess next on the hit list will be the sandstorms. I really want to get the sandstorms out of the way. So yeah, let's do that. And I guess to get there, to make it, you know, quicker, easier, I've actually got a handy dandy travel gate. Yeah, I don't want to come in from that direction. I want to make sure everybody can get here, so assuming you've come in, you know, the normal way, either via the tower here or the stable is usually where most people pass through on the way into the desert. I guess I'll go to the stable and we'll start from there. Yeah, Marigold, it's too bad, like, there isn't a way to either rename the items. Like in Skyrim, I really loved the ability to rename things so I could put the things I go to quickly together in my list. BOTW, you're just kind of at the mercy of the way they sort it. Takes some getting used to, for sure. Alright, let's do this little dance. Also, of course, we got our gemstones respawning in. Good to go. Loving that. I know, me walking away from shiny rocks, like, what is happening today? Are we in the Twilight Zone? It's probably gonna bother me for the rest of the afternoon. The fact that I left them behind. Speaking of more shiny rocks, there's a stone talus right up here. Feel free to get it if you so desire. A little bit out of the way, but fun nonetheless. And just to kind of speed this up a little bit, I'll get a little bit of altitude here, get some flight. Oh, another fun fact, and I might even do this like afterwards. But if you take the time to go up this little valley or trench, a lot of bad boys. But there's a prize at the end. I think it's either a diamond or a gold rupee. I can't remember which, but it's a lot of fun. Now, there's going to be the sandstorm issue, so I'm not going to do that right now, but maybe after the shrine here, I'll get in there and get that done. So yeah, in addition to like all the shrine quests, I'll also show you some of my fun little go-tos like that. What are you guys doing here? Oh, that's going to be a problem. I'm just going to pretend that didn't happen. Alright guys, so this is where you're going to kind of need to line yourself up a little bit, because again, once you get into the sandstorm here... Oh, wait a minute, no, I might have already cleared the sandstorm. Because I actually don't see it. It's like clear. Okay, so if you have a sandstorm here, right here from the trail, you're going to have to just kind of line this up to your pin as good as possible and just trust in the direction and keep going. It's going to be sandstormy, so you won't be able to see any of this until you get right on top of these guys. But you can just trust in your direction. If you have to sidestep some boulders and some towers, do that. Just keep on trucking. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. And eventually, you'll start, you know, seeing that coming into view here through the muck. So this is one way to clear the sandstorm, is once you get to the shrine and get the shrine done, you pop out, the sandstorm will be gone. The other way to clear this sandstorm is just go ahead and proceed on into Gerudo Town and do that whole deal. And once you get Gerudo Town done and the Divine Beast done, I think is when this opens up on its own. And I honestly can't remember which one triggers that to go away. It might just be entering Gerudo Town. If you did Gerudo Town and you got the girls' clothes and you've already got that cleared, and there's still a sandstorm, then yeah, you're just going to have to do the Divine Beast. Alright, you might hear a wrapper crinkling in the background. I like the cookie. But they're not cookies. But they might as well be cookies. Peanut butter M&Ms is my poison today. And that's because, you know, getting back to that 2-hour fun of singing Sweet Nightingale music in my mind. Instead of just getting up and eating breakfast, I tried to fight it, and I stayed in bed. And I didn't get breakfast. Alright guys, so once you get that Guardian out of your way, we've got to get our elevator electrified. That is the elevator, by the way. So yeah, we're just going to have to wait this one out a little bit. And we're going to have to do this in such a way that this thing stays electrified, because that's what's activating the moving platform that we're standing on. So just kind of try to put that, you know, next to-ish. There's a little bit of wiggle room there. But you can see as I pulled that thing out of way a little ways, then it shut off completely. So yeah, you really got to be right up next to that beam, or that bar. And then try to put this thing all the way up so it doesn't electrify this node until you're standing on the elevator. And I know you can't really see what you're doing, so that's a little bit tricky. Another way to do that is you can just put that thing out in front of you and walk backwards. That might actually help you to see that a little bit better. And then yeah, we're going to just move this elevator right to about there, get this treasure chest. Booyah. Not the best chest, but not bad either. Whoops, what was that all about? HBK, hey, welcome back. Good to see you again. Yeah, it is an awful fun shrine. I liked my puzzles in this game. And guys, that's another thing I'm really liking about the Star Wars Outlaws I keep talking about. The puzzles are there. Definitely loving that. Uh-oh. Almost dropped my ball, or my block, or whatever that thing is, my cube. Alright, fun fact, you can actually auto-kill all these guardians. Just toss the thing out there, it auto-kills these guys. So satisfying. And there might be one more hiding in here? No. Just the two. Awesome! Another chest, another payday. Ooh, ancient core. That's a good one too, by the way. You need your ancient cores. Definitely needed for the ancient system. Alright guys, if you want to know how to stop, you know, making that dangerous, just pull that block off and that'll turn off the lights, so to speak. And you don't have to electrify that to get it out of the way. You could have just used magnesis on that. And before we actually go up, first we need to go down because there's more fun stuff. And yeah, we're going to have to turn on the elevator once again via... Wait a minute. Is that just an arrow? Okay, so maybe this one doesn't need to be electrified. That's just the switch. Got it. And then this one goes all the way down. Sometimes if I'm quick enough, I can get back on that elevator. But that's definitely a nice little payday down there, so worth your while. You just gotta wait this little stop out. Alright, here's where it gets very tricky. This is the part of the shrine I'm not a big fan of. Just go ahead and set that down somewhere safe there. But basically, we've got to do that thing with the bar, only now it's a chain, and it's very difficult to keep that thing, A, close to the chain without losing it, and B, close to the, you know, close enough to the chain where it's electrifying it. So there's a real fine motor skill there that's involved with this one. So anyway, first thing I'm going to do is I don't think I'm close enough to push that block out any further yet. I am not. I'm pretty confident that's too far away for magnesis to do anything about. But what we're going to have to do is just go ahead and get this moving platform going. And it's going to take it a minute. Yeah, HBK, I feel ya. The game will definitely keep you in. Like... You'll probably play this game, you know, tens of times at the end of the day. It's just one of those games that will never die. Definitely a good game. It's a game that will stay true to the ages. Alright guys, so again, just kind of trying to keep up with this little puzzle here. So, you know, electrify, move block, electrify, move platform. Uh-oh. Electrify, move block. Get that thing all the way out of your way. And then, yeah, it gets real tricky right about here. So I just kind of like to do it slow and by the number so I don't lose my block, so you don't have to, like, do this whole thing all over again. I've had it happen. So yeah, once you get over here, you can get rid of the block. platform will stay put and you are good to go. So I definitely hope that helped you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate those things. And as always, until next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Alright guys, we're not quite done streaming yet here. I'm gonna go ahead and come back on cam. We are moving right along today. Quick in, quick out. Bada bing, bada bang. I am actually needing a refill on the coffee. I will be right back. About a 1-minute break here. I don't know how well you guys can hear me from here because the mic is kind of far away, but I didn't want to go through the trouble of sitting back down when my coffee is cooking. But anyway, I'm pouring my coffee, and I'm at that point, there's like a little bit left in the pot. It's like, okay, what do I do with this? You know your cup is already pretty full, and you know if you like try to top off the cup with the last little bit of coffee that you don't want to waste, that it's going to overfill. So yeah, that just happened, and now I've got a mess. I will be right back. Alright. Situation normal. See what I missed here, and then we'll get back into some gameplay. Kathy, it's too expensive to waste. I mean, it was right there. Yeah, HBK, TOTK. Definitely had fun playing it. Big game, long game, but definitely worthwhile. It's kind of like another Skyrim. You're going to be playing that one for a while. I think it took me 2 years to get through the walkthrough. Wow. But yeah, good game, indeed. Yeah, I got you, Marigold. You can start that game many times. To me, like, half the fun is the build-up of the character. Like, once I got that done, it's like, maybe I'll start a new game. Alright, let's do this little dance. Go ahead and get myself out of the way one more time. Peace out, Home Scout. Alright, what's next on the hit list? Oh yeah, I want to run that little route just because it's fun. And it's right here. I mean, I kind of feel like I would be amiss in my duties if I did not run this route. And just to kind of speed it up a little and try to bypass some of the bad boy trouble. Because as far as I can remember, they don't really have anything, like, worthwhile. I think it's all, like, Knight's weapons. At this point in our game, that's kind of low-hanging fruit. And gemstones, guys. More shiny rocks, I'm telling you. Like, wait a minute. This is one of the two. That's right. So you got this appendage, which is all the shiny rocks, and then this other appendage is where all the bad boy trouble's gonna be. So yeah, two little... I don't know what you call these. Appendages? Inverted peninsulas? Oop, what's going on there? Chill out. I don't know if I can get this guy. Wait a minute. You know what? I need that Lizzletail. Assuming he actually gives me a Lizzletail. Long throw. What's that doing there? Yeah, I got my Lizzletail. Shiny! Wow, normally I get better drops than that. Alright, brother. Come on, make that turn. Good job. Gold stars. Hey, Keely, welcome back. Good to see you again. Happy Saturday indeed. Yep, already see a Lizzle out there just hanging out. And yeah, he's holding, I think, a Knight's Claymore. Unneeded, unwanted. There's another one. And at some point, I think we're going to start running into Moblins. Wait a minute, did I hit another wrong path? I sure did. How am I getting so lost right now? There we go. Oh, sorry, bro. Total mistakes. You know what? This is becoming more trouble than it's worth. You'd think I'd be driving drunk or something right now. Sand seal. Drunken driving. Yeah, again, with the enemy types, not really necessary anymore. With the weapons they're holding, I could care less. But the point of this little excursion isn't any of that. It's this chest right here. Finally, we made it. Diamond, baby! Nice! Ooh, and check out that action shot. He is wired for sound. Alright, let's go ahead and ski-daddle. Next on the hit list, I want to get on over here. Actually, we're going to do the Great Fairy Fountain now, just in case folks don't know how to get out there. I'll show and talk through that real quick. And then we'll head north from there. We'll find our other gold rupee. Get into that little sandstorm area I was talking about earlier. And this time, see, I'm on the ball. I did not try to walk into Gerudo Town with the wrong clothes. I've learned my lesson. Dora and What's your name? Do you have no name?
Sava.
Marina have beat me up enough. So yeah, I've learned my lesson. I will no longer try to do that. Alright, moving right along, guys. Basically, to get to that Great Fairy Fountain, the way I like to do it is I like to put a pin down here in the bottom corner of the map. And then just kind of start heading right toward that. Don't deviate, don't turn left or anything. Actually, that stamp can go just shy north of that point. Right by this little skeleton area is ultimately where we're heading. So if you've already got the map, you're golden. You just put a pin down there, you head right for that. If you don't have the map, then you just look at the bottom left corner to where it can't go anymore. That's where you can put your pin. But anyway, that's my blue. So yeah, you just basically line it up and you just keep going. You trust in the direction, and there's going to be a big giant sandstorm there until you get into that and you activate this shrine. Once you activate that travel gate and do the shrine, the sandstorm will dissipate. So anyway, I'm not going to take the time to go all the way out there. I just wanted to show that real briefly. And just to kind of speed things up, I think I'll go ahead and... trying to think of how I want to do this here. I'm going to start heading toward yellow now, because I want to show those statues I keep talking about. And they're all throughout here, guys. The barrens, or whatever this is called. So yeah, all these little ruins, bone structures, there's going to be statues embedded into all of these. And they're going to be like holding a sword out into the air. That's basically pointing the way that you have to go to find the shrine. And there it is, guys. We can actually see the sandstorm this time, so that's a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. As a matter of fact, you can already see a statue right here pointing. And they're very accurate. They're pointing right at the thing. So notice that's where my pin is. So again, if you've already got the map, you can actually just plop a hot pin down there, and it'll take you right to it. And have no fear, there's plenty of statues on the way. The bad thing about this one is once you get into the sandstorm, no more mini-map. So you just really have to trust in the direction you're already going. The problem is there's going to be a lot of stuff in the way. There's going to be terrain you can't cross, at least not going perfectly straight. You know, you might bump into a structure, so you can't always take the sand seal all the way. You might have to get out and just kind of do it the old-fashioned way on Link's own 2 feet. Wow, Link Mario's eating dinner. What time zone would that be in? Alright, so just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Swimming, swimming, swimming. I knew that wasn't going to work. I tried to do it anyway. But lucky for us, we got another handy-dandy statue here. And we can just keep going that direction. So I'm just going to do this way and get up and over the terrain. I know there's a lot of bad boy trouble here. From what I remember, this stuff really isn't too worthwhile. But there is a chest here. Some of these enemies are holding decent weapons, like a bow, I want to say. There's a knight's or a royal equivalent bow. Okay, now I feel like I'm getting off track here. See, I don't have a map either. I feel like I should have gone a little bit more left of this structure. And yeah, I should have went left instead of right there. That's okay. Notice there's another person holding another sword here. So go that way. To the Batcave. Ooh, shiny. Smack! Right in the face. Give me a tail, bye-bye. Oh yeah. So either way I could have gotten here, either sword would have pointed their correct direction, I suppose. All roads lead to the same place. And you've got some like free lootables just kind of sitting out and about. Feel free to scoop up your goods. I want to see if there's a Karak seed here atop the structure. We'll get to that when I come back out. Six o'clock. Wow. So you're, I guess you're European time zones then. Yeah, hot dog. I'm glad I caught you before your bedtime. Alright, let's do this little dance. So, welcome back, folks, to whatever this shrine is called. Suma Zeus Shrine. Kema Zoos Shrine. Zeus. Hey, Zeus. A delayed puzzle. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright guys, this one is definitely a fun shrine. I love my puzzles in this game. So you see we've got this ball going back and forth. And what I like to do is just go ahead and get my stasis readied. And I try to get my crosshairs like where the ball crosses paths. And once I got it aimed right, then I just kind of start spamming the button. And it'll lock on just about right. And then I don't necessarily think you have to hit it with an arrow. You can just kind of like... Oh no, you do have to hit it with an arrow. So yeah, you probably want to hit that with one arrow just so it falls kind of straight down and you don't have to worry about it going back and forth. That time I got lucky, the concrete launcher thingy was already in the out position. So that worked out well for me, but that's not always going to be the case. Teehee. Wrong rune. Alright, first things first, guys. We want to get our goods. Go ahead and get our first door unlocked. And that switch is going to be like way up here. You can't really see it. But it's visible from the side here where the bars are. Go ahead and get that door opened up. Boom, baby. Awesome! Wait a minute, what was that? I was not paying any attention whatsoever. I was trying to read the chat window. Long throw! What? Who put that there? Well, it's good to know my switch isn't broken today. And Agent Smith is at work on time. Good to know, good to know. Alright guys, we are going to need that ball one more time here, so go ahead and scoot that bad boy back out of that cage. There's going to be another switch we have to activate. Just like so. And that'll get us up and out of here. So folks, I definitely hope that helps you out. If you wouldn't mind, take a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment. I always appreciate those things. And until the next time, happy hunting. Alright, we are rocking and a-rolling. I've only been on 48 minutes and we've already done like 3 big shrine quests and some fun looting. I really thought I'd be here for a while today doing these. And as we emerge from our cage here, I will show you that quick Karak seed I mentioned. And of course it's nighttime, so I gotta switch clothes. I was just thinking that would have been a great ascend moment, you know, getting back to our TOTK discussions here. I was like, TOTK, Words are already broken. Ah, nuts! Yeah, this was not one of my favorite Karak seeds because it's such a small little foothold here. I tend to have this issue where, like, I'm trying to get Link a foothold and it just doesn't work out. Sometimes if you come up on the fin from that way, like I just did, you have a better shot. Yeah, ha 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 ha! And just about all of these little skeletal structures are going to have a Karak seed. There will be one up here. There's another one over here. So yeah, just any kind of skeletal structure is definitely worth your while to check out. And ruin, by the way. And there's a skeletal structure that isn't very high out of the ground. I think it's one of these that'll have a Karak seed, maybe even more than one. Check that one, check these, check this one. Check that one. Oh yeah. There might even be another Korok seed over here somewhere. There's a bad boy nest. There's a bunch of Lizzles here. But I'm not 100% sure now on that Korok seed. There might not be one there. Alright guys, moving on from Shrine Quest. I think that's it with exception of this one. But that one's a bit out of the way. Well, I gotta warp around anyway at this point. Oh yeah, I wanted to show you guys that that gold freaking rupee right over here. So we're not far. We're gonna hit that bad boy right now. It's really out of the way. Like, if you didn't go over there to explore, you never would have known it was there. Oh, hello. Goodbye. I have a feeling that's going to pester me if I don't get rid of it. I gotta love the desert at night. You get all the extra fun pop-up stuff. And if you need the monster parts, that's a good thing. And since we're getting real close to map edge here, that's why the sand is kicking up. So it's not actually technically a sandstorm, it's just telling us we're almost at the edge of the map. And you gotta be quick to collect your monster parts in this mess, because the wind will blow it away. But yeah, we got the free pickup lootable type stuffs out here as well. But most importantly, gold rupee. Awesome! Alright, now we can get a move on. I'm going to go back over toward this little point. And guys, there's a lot of climbing to do here. Feel free to get here however you so desire. You can actually take the tower there and just kind of work your way across the ridge line. You'll eventually wind up there. Just be aware there's a couple of guardians along the way. Or maybe just one. But definitely a good way to get there. There's also a couple of Korok seeds on the way, for example, one right there. And then there's like this little rocky overhang. It's probably this one. There's a balloon to pop down there or something or other. That's always a lot of fun. I guess I'll get up there via this way. Yeah, Keely, those horse races, you're right. The faster horses, they're harder to control. So, yeah, a slower horse actually works better because you can keep it under better control and hence get through the course quicker in the long run. So yeah, just, I caught onto that pretty quick. I was like, oh, I got a 5-star speedster, this will be easy. And yeah, I could not complete it. Oh, Didi, you gotta go to work? No, boy, no. Well, I hope you have a good day nonetheless. Thanks for checking in. Good to see you again. Have a good day. Hey, Atlantis, good to see you again. Driving and lurking. The driving and jiving. Alright, moving on. Where am I at? Oh yeah, we need to get up this mountain. Where's the mountain? It's a big mountain. So, there might be a couple of to-dos over here around where the water is. There's a Korok seed for sure, I remember. Yeah, we're going to go up that way first before I hit that little sweet spot. So yellow first. Mellow yellow. Or is it yellow mellow? No, it's mellow yellow. I always get those two, like, mixed up. I'm going to try to multitask here. I'm playing with one hand right now. And I'm trying to drink coffee. Yikes! I can't super sprint. I don't have 20 fingers. Okay, I'm putting coffee down. Ouch. He tagged me pretty good. Ooh, snow boots time. Another fun thing about this route is you get the elemental stuff too, so if you need these monster parts, it's not a bad little route to run. But yeah, the key points are going to be those little ponds. And I can't promise every pond will have something fun. Hey, where's my monster part? Uh-oh, is this like a wake-up? No, that's the wake-up. Where's my monster part? He's cheating me. And since this one's in water, you can't really get a good close campfire to it, sadly. So if you want to really speed this thing up, you can either smack it with some flame weapons or just peg it with a couple of fire arrows here. And just for, you know, sake of brevity in the stream here, I'll do just that. Now, I don't know if the Cryonis will work here, but sometimes you can flip these things up and out of the water and they'll drop monster parts. There we go. That's a fun little fact I always keep forgetting to talk about in my streams. Okay, so Korok Seed number 1. Nice. 79. Okay, so next little water spot. Okay, now this one's gonna wake up, and that's okay. I'll go ahead and kill it with my garbage weapon. So I just want to get rid of it. Oh, I forgot I had Urbosa's Fury. I was like, wait, why did that die so fast? Jeepers. Okay, nothing in this water spot. Thought there was one more seed here. Dancing idiot. We can dance. We can dance. Everybody's out of control. I missed. Ooh, I might as well tech refresh that bad boy. I know I've been using it. No bonuses on that one, so it is not leveling, and that's okay. I really only use it to get things initially frozen, so I could care less like what the attack power is on it. Always gotta get your free monster parts. Okay, I want to check that one more little water puddle. If there's nothing there, I guess there's no more Korok Seeds. I could have sworn there was a little swimmer around here. Just not seeing it. Nope, I didn't think that was gonna work. Come on, baby. Like, how small is it gonna get? Ridiculous. Alright. Oh, good to know, Link Mario. I'm glad I had a good birthday there. Yeah, happy late birthday now, by the way. I know I said it like last week or something, but might as well catch you on the backside. Yeah, I know, Keely. I got the super thing not running right now. Link Mario. So yeah, Keely, basically, those Decayed Guardians, you can usually go get the free monster part, and then you can lift it up with the ice block and get even more monster parts. For whatever the reason, though, that one just wasn't giving me the freebie. Link Mario, you said I just missed it. It was behind you. Are you talking about that little swimmer Korok seed that I thought was here? Oh, yeah, speaking of ice blocks, I don't think I hit that one. Speaking of monster parts, for free. I'm kind of glad I went back and took a second look. Oh, and I think this is only low-level temperature protection, so if you want a set bonus running, you can actually equip a flame weapon and go ahead and put on your favorite super suit. Whoops. Handy little trick there for temperature control. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm getting games crossed, or maybe I'm just not in the right spot here. Okay, now I'm in the high temperature protection. Doggone it. That was short-lived. Yeah, I'm probably getting my games crossed. That might have been a TOTK thing. I know, it sparkled! The sparkly! The sparkly! Respect the sparkly. Alright, got a nice little hidey spot for a treasure chest there. And I think that's pretty much it in this little spot for treasure goodies. That's probably going to be an ice lizzle. I don't think I necessarily need these monster parts anymore per se, but I can't help it, it's there. A lot of climbing to do here. It's deceiving on the map. But wow, when you get into this area, that stam can really go fast. Alright, folks, so here is
Rivali's Gale is
our
now
shrine
ready.
quest. Now be careful, you're not going to want a flame weapon equipped here, because that'll start melting these snowballs, and we do not want that. In fact, we want the snowballs to get bigger and better as we go. So you can read the little book here, and that'll kind of tell you what is what. But we're definitely going to want to get a campfire going. So if you don't have a fire arrow, just use a flame weapon. If you don't have a flame weapon, just throw a piece of flint down, strike it with any metal weapon, and that'll get you your spark for your campfire. But yeah, guys, we're going to want to get a ball rolling here to get it as big as possible. So what I like to do is just kind of toss it up the hill here just a little bit. You don't have to go too crazy. But the more it rolls, the better. And you can see it's already building up size. And that's what we're going for. We want a nice big snowball. Oh, actually, maybe I should have passed time first. I think we have to make it noon. Yeah, notice the direction the shadow is pointing. So basically what we have to do is, like, stand way over here somewhere. And I'm not sure 100% anymore exactly where that's going to be. But hopefully the snowball stays put as I pass time, because we need to make it noon. Kind of nice that they gave you a free campfire here. Would have been even nicer if it was pre-lit. But now I'm getting needy. Alright, so yeah, we basically need to cover that pedestal over there with the shadow. So you can see we've got a little bit of ways to go here, even though we already passed a little bit of time. I think it's like 3 p.m., if memory serves. That shadow will be lined up correctly. And I might even have to move Link over here a little bit further. Again, I can't really remember. We'll figure that out here in a moment. Yeah, it sure was, Keely. One thing I really appreciated about BOTW was just all the diversity and all the fun that they gave us in everything we did. Even if it was just, you know, random open exploring, tons of fun. If you were in the middle of a shrine quest, tons of fun. Just the side quests, the main quests, everything in this game was fun. It's like, huh, I wonder what's on top of that mountain peak. Whatever was up there, it was fun. Like, definitely appreciated the time they put into the fun element in this game. And guys, that Star Wars Outlaws or whatever that I keep talking about, I'm getting all of that. Like, the more I play it, the more I'm finding it's just that kind of game. It's just like another BOTW, just a very different world. You know, you're in the Star Wars universe, not the Zelda universe. But wow, the exploring, it's there. The fun element, it's there. Oh my, I don't even, the words are hard to come to mind, but it feels like I'm playing Breath of the Wild again as far as that discovery and explore element goes. And just the fun, and finding just a little fun hidey hole, or, you know, the funny humor in the quest lines. It's there, like, it's all there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to showing you guys that game. I think it launches for Switch 2 on the 5th of September, I think. Either the 5th or the 25th. Now I can't remember. There was a 5 involved. But yeah, definitely excited to show you guys that one. Alright, come on, Snowball. We're almost there, so it looks like I did have the right spot, just to kind of show you a little bit better there exactly where I'm standing. And as soon as that little center circle is covered, that should activate our shrine. Wow, man. Link's got arms of steel. Like, he's been holding up this massive snowball for 3 full minutes. And he's not even shaking yet. Uh-oh, what am I doing here? Oh, did I forget to do something? I hope not. It should be just auto... Maybe it's 3:15? This should be working. Maybe it's 4 p.m.? Like, what's happening? Maybe I had to shoot the thing first? No, that doesn't feel right. Maybe it's 4 p.m.? I mean, honestly, anytime that thing covered the hole, I remember it just triggering, but... You know, that was a long time ago. My memory isn't the best anymore. Okay, so it's almost 4 p.m. Or it is 4 p.m. Wow, we really had to wait that one out. Yeah, Link Mario, it is kind of like 3 games in 1 with that TOTK. The 3 maps. Uh-oh. Troubles. Alright guys, once we got our shrine activated, I'm gonna go ahead and pop on in here to make sure it's just a blessing. I'm pretty sure it is just a blessing. And I remember in TOTK there was an NPC up here on this mountain peak somewhere. And that activated a whole side quest. Suma Shyama's blessing. Long throw! Come on, Agent Smith. Haven't you punished me enough? Oh, I totally forgot an outro. So folks, I definitely hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate those things. And until the next time, happy hunting. Alright, we're not quite done with the stream here yet. I still want to go do our Molduga hunt. I showed the Great Fairy Fountain already, showed the sandstorms. So yeah, I think it's just the Molduga hunt at this point. I might even show the Oasis, and I'm trying to think if there's any other fun little loot spots I like to go in this area. Speaking of croc seeds, I do believe we have another croc right up here somewhere. We're looking for the fingers. The finger pillars. I don't know what else to call those things. The flanges. Oh, there's only one? Okay, I remembered 3. Are these snowballs? Yeah, those are snowballs. So yeah, there kind of are 3 flanges here. And it kind of looks like a fist with a finger sticking up, like the game is trying to do something naughty at the Divine Beast. And since I'm trying to keep this clean, I'll stop right there. But yeah, that's just kind of something I've never noticed before. Anywho, I mentioned a couple other croc seeds here. I'm going to scoop them up just to show you those. And I love the music. That peaceful, serene, the little piano. So nice. Yeah, Keely, I loved the low G. The very first time I got into a sky puzzle with low G, I was like, okay, this is freaking cool. I don't care who you are, this is cool. Oh, I love it, Keely. I love it. I noticed the little things, little Easter eggs. What am I doing right now? So yeah, you see this little structure right here, guys? Lots of fun stuff on that. Look at the cliff walls, look on top. Whole bunch of gemstones. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go over there and get my goodies. So I thought there was a balloon to pop over here. Apparently it was a rock to pick up. Yeah, guys, lots of gemstones and stuff here. Like, this is definitely one of my fun little go-to spots. You got the swift violets, you got the rushrooms, you've got, you know, the nodes are here. Definitely worth your while to run this little route. Fun little route, too. And since I just can't help myself, I suppose I could have shot these down. That would have gone quicker. It's never too late to pull out a good idea. And of course your free monster parts, booyah! Oh, I forgot he turned on. Okay. This time I won't Urbosa's Fury him. I'm not gonna get him dead in time. Probably should have put on my ancient armor, but honestly I could care less about this long throw weapon, so I just want it gone. Yeah, and all the shiny stuff on this little mountain peak. Like hot dog, it is everywhere. But more importantly, I want my nodes. I want my shinies. The sparklies. The sparklies! They call to me. Come on, Link! Alright. Gotta love that little bit of extra altitude he gets on that final jump. Loving it! Flint! Rock salt! Who put those there? Okay, so normally I get pretty good node drops here, but wow, these are all garbage. Oh, there's a diamond. Okay. I take it all back. The diamond made it worth it. And that came out of a regular freaking node, too. Like, hot dog. Alright, we got more shinies. Hey, Lego my ego. Where you at, Poppy? I've been so thorough, I would have felt like I wouldn't have forgiven myself had I not gotten that. I wonder if he'll leave me alone long enough to get all these. Oh, man. Oh, I got my arrow back. Almost. Go away. Just, there's more coming. Oh, he had a moblin club. What? Get back here. I would have killed him. Alright guys, since I'm getting ready to go into hunt... Oh, scratch that. Croc seed. Granted, that one's more self-explanatory. You just gotta put the rock in the right spot. But there are definitely more nodes and stuff around here. Again, this area is just real resource rich. Yeah, right down in there. In fact, I'll probably get that right after this seed. Ooh, who wants to play side bets to see if I can play basketball again? Right about there. Wow, I nailed it. 2 in a row. Look at me go. No way that just happened. Twice. I'm either getting better or I'm getting luckier. And I'm probably getting luckier. Wait, is that a word? More lucky? Luckier, more lucky? I was not an English major by any means. So yeah, another little hidey spot for a croc seed. Nice. And yeah, now that guardian kind of feels like it's going to be way out of the way. So I kind of feel like going on that mudgill hunt now. So let's do that. Let's go hunting. Kill the wabbit. Kill the wabbit. I am so sorry. I've had a lot of sugar today. Oh, another fun thing about the Great Fairy Fountain here. Gotta love your Endura carrots, guys. I cook these, and I love cooking these. You can toss 5 into a cooking pot and get these double barrel extra stamina meals. Absolutely so much fun, especially during hunt mode. Or you can toss 4 into a cooking pot during a blood moon and sometimes get the bonus to bump it up to 2 full wheels. So much fun. Okay, another fun thing about Great Fairy Fountains is always your silent princess. And I need me a sand seal because I want to get to these Mugdulas a little bit quicker. And sadly, I think I've already killed this one since the last blood moon. So I won't be able to kill him again, but there's another shrine quest over here that I do want to point out. So normally I would just come down here, I would get the sand seal, and then I would just kind of sand seal my way up to that, just heading strong north. But again, you know, just to save time, I'll go ahead and travel up there, and I'll show you guys how to unlock that shrine as well. Yep, I already killed him. Okay. Anyway, once you get him killed, and you actually don't even really necessarily technically have to kill him. If you're super scared and you don't want to kill the Mugdula, you can actually get away with just lighting all the torches. And you can see on the map exactly where they all are. 4 corners. So all these little dots on the 4 corners, that's going to be your torches that you have to light. And unfortunately, you can't always see all of them. You know, they're going to be kind of like behind structures and stuff. Ouch. Go away. Just go away. So one thing you can do if you happen to have a long distance bow, and that would be your phonics bow or your golden bow. And fun fact, that's also a good long distance bow right there, ancient bow. But you just go ahead and get yourself a fire arrow, and you can light the torches via fire arrow. You might have to aim just a tad high, but you should be able to get the torch lit. So you can do that from this spot on both. And then to keep the Molduga busy, what I would do is I would just shoot like a dummy arrow, like somewhere like a ways away from where Link needs to go. That should get the Molduga's attention. He'll go over there and like eat the arrow and fly up into the air, and he's going to be over there a little while. So that should give you enough time to kind of like make it to the next stony structure. And then once you do that successfully, you can rinse, lather, and repeat. You can fire another arrow somewhere, get old Molduga's attention one more time. Actually, I think this time we can even fire arrow the last torch. I can't tell if I actually got that torch lit. Yes, I did. And yeah, long story short, once you get all 4 torches lit, shrine will pop up and you are good to go. And as far as Moldugas go, this one's kind of hairy, guys. Like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do it, but I'm not going to do it during the night. No siree Bob. No. No touchy. No. Nighttime is a nightmare doing Molduga hunting. Like, extra enemies pop up, you know, it's just, yeah, it gets very chaotic very quickly. And this one in particular, it's already chaotic. Because, like, all the extra bobkins and lizzles are already here, like day or night. Right in the face. Maybe I can finally get rid of this long throw. Oh, come on, see? Speaking of getting chaotic. It's a party! Ouch. Let's see if I can get away with her volleys here. Wow, I can't believe they actually let me pull that off. But there's the Molduga. Now, if he jumps up like that, you can actually cheat a little, assuming you're already in the air. And you can fire a bomb arrow. Whoa, what am I doing? Not okay. And assuming you can actually contact with his flesh, that will stun him. And then you can actually just go in there and get him dead. So that's one way to do it. That's one way to kind of stun him and get him done that way. Now, if you miss your window, assuming you're far enough away, you can actually get some more damage in with like a good strong savage bow or something, but you cannot stun him again. Once he's stunned, you gotta wait for him to kind of get back underground and go swimming again. But that does give you a little bit more of a window where you can just get a real good strong bow and just go to town on him. So anyway, I'll show you the way I normally like to deal with these things. So again, not nighttime. This is bad juju. Man, I hope that's not like a derogatory term. Sometimes I say these things not knowing any better. So maybe I shouldn't just say that because I'm not sure. Go ahead and make it morning. And in the morning hours, you don't exactly have to worry too much about temperature control. It's kind of like in that in-between. So yeah, guys, arm up, suit up, and eat up. That is my go-to method for getting these things dead very, very quickly. And for me, that's the bone system all the way. And then Dragon Bone Moblin Club. Uh-oh. I am getting very low on those. I'm going to have to go get one or two. Shield doesn't matter too much. It's really more about the bone up and the bone weapon. And then, yeah, I like to go ahead and eat my extra hearts. I like to eat my attack power meal because all of that stacks. That bone attack does 80% attack power. Gee, there go my words. The bone attack up does 80% attack power bonus on top of that weapon. The attack power meal adds an additional 50%. So yeah, definitely a good way to go there. Go ahead and save that game just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. Now I should just be able to go ahead and casually do this fist fight. But I'm going to wait for the Molduga to get relatively close to me. And then I'm going to land here and just kind of toss a bomb out as he gets, you know, kind of sort of close.
Yep.
And then that should get his attention. He should go eat the bomb. Then you should just, you know, be able to detonate the bomb. And then if you've got your stasis upgraded, I just like to get them stasis. You don't have to do that. It just gives you an extra second or two to kind of get over here. Make sure you can get them dead very, very quickly. Now, of course, you know, I was able to do that because I had the stam to cover that. So if you don't have all 3 wheels, that's going to be tough. You might have to either, you know, take a break and eat some stam. But it is going to be tougher to do. Unless you've got your 3 wheels. Ooh, good time to tech refresh. Loving it. See what door number 2's got behind. Ooh. Now that's going to be tough to tech refresh because I'm already loving my attack up here, so I'm probably just going to hold on. But yeah, good stuff. Doink! Ooh, he's a little tankier. What's going on here? And I've got an attack power meal running. That must be a black or a silver? What the heck was that? I couldn't even tell. Alright, so anyway, there's a couple of chests here. You know, feel free to farm this area if you so desire. Check all these little concrete or stone pillars or whatever. You might have to kill a couple of bodkins here or there, but there should be a couple of chests. And there's also one out here on top of like a small stone pop-up thing somewheres. So yeah, just be real thorough here and you should be good to go. And I was not paying attention earlier. I should have eaten a longer lasting attack power meal. Because we've got 2 more Mugulas to go kill. Oh yeah, Link Mario, those Moblin clubs, they're around. But yeah, sometimes you need them. Like, you just have to have them. And actually, I need a Moblin club or 2 moving forward. So I'm going to show you guys my go-to spot for Moblin club farming since we're on the subject. That's going to be good old Gold Rush Mountain. My favorite looting spot of the game. You can get 4 of them right here, and one of these is bumped. So you'll get some kind of a random bonus on it. Sadly, now I gotta turn at nighttime. These things only spawn in at night because they're attached to stall moblins. I must have come through here recently. There was only 1 flower there that time. There's usually 2. Which means my truffle may not have respawned just yet. Ooh, it did. Nice. And then last but not least, of course, I love my Endura carrots. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Definitely love Gold Rush Mountain, guys. The loot, it's definitely here. I think I already got the chest pulled up. Yes, I did. For you DLC users, there would have been a DLC chest there under the tree. Of course, we should have more Silent Princesses here. I might have, again, been through here more recently, so they're not all going to be showing up right now. But I'm not here for any of this. Look at me getting all shiny rocked. No, we are here for Moblin clubs. And let's see how good my stamps are placed. I know this one's accurate, because I remember placing this one. It's that other one down there that I'm not... actually, yeah, I think that is right. What am I thinking? That's not going to work. Okay, definitely getting rid of that. I have carried that far longer than I feel proud of. There's 1. Now this isn't going to be bumped. The 2 on this ridge line, they're going to be bare bones, 45, but still, with that bone system, it's still a very devastating weapon. you might as well triple the attack power of that weapon. It's just shy of that, you know, the math isn't perfect, but that gives you a good idea what you're pushing. So 45 times 3 is like 135. Absolutely devastating. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Okay, so yep, definitely had the 2 stamps correct. I'm going to go ahead and fast travel to get back down a little quicker to that other one. Not only that, there's probably more goodies along the way. I said I was going to go on a quote-unquote quick Mugula hunt. Here I am on Gold Rush Mountain getting all shinied. There's usually 4 carrots here, but again, I might have farmed this relatively recently, so they're not all here right now. And then, yeah, right down here. It looks like I'm pointing right at it. And I am out of coffee, so yeah, we definitely got to finish up the stream soon. Wakey, wakey! Eggs and bakey! Wow, what to give up at this point in my game? I've used it, I just don't know how much I've used it. And then, yeah, I rarely use spears. Although that one's been used and abused, yeah. Now that normally has a bump on it. I don't know why that isn't showing a bonus. Maybe my KO credit isn't quite high enough for that just yet. Hey, Lego my ego. Yikes! No touchy! Yikes! Wake up! Alright, good to go. Let's get back into the fist fight here. Just in case you guys want some more go-to quick spots for moblin clubs. Right off the Great Plateau here is a little bad boy nest. Right there, you'll find a couple of them there. A couple of them are going to be one-handed swingers, but, you know, you'll have the club too. And then right over here on top of the labyrinth, there's an easy one you can pick off a bobkin walking around on top of this wall. You can also find them, ironically, right out here in Gerudo Desert. There's quite a bad boy nest here, which I've already talked about. You're going to find a couple of clubs there. Not to mention these skulls. Again, these are tough fights, guys. These are, you know, more advanced enemies holding more advanced weapons. So you're going to have to work for those, but they're there nonetheless. Yeah, Keely. I usually just try to beat the clock. When I'm getting targeted with that laser, I'm just now kind of catching up on chat. It's kind of like beat the clock. Am I going to make it? It's an edge of the seat kind of moment. And I might as well go ahead and get ready for combat here. Arm up, suit up. Actually, no, I'm going to temperature protect for now. Actually, no. I need to pass time. Make it daytime again so I'm not dealing with pop-up enemies while I'm trying to do my hunt. Good old morning. Go ahead and get your handy-dandy sand seal. Notebook, notebook. Yeah, these archers, they are deadly accurate, and they're holding knight's bows. They really take it out of your hearts. And fun fact, there's another Karak seed here. Right on top of this ridgeline somewheres. Wait, where is it? Ah, there it is. A little farther up than I remembered. Yeah, just simply match the fruit, you'll get your Karak seed. There's our Mugya. Go ahead and arm up, suit up, and eat up at this point. Bone system, bye-bye! Gotta love that bone attack up. Okay, and I've already got myself equipped. Good to go. I already got my extra hearts, so I'll just go ahead and eat the attack power meal this time. A 3-minute might do it, but I might get shiny rocked at the same time, so yeah, we'll do a longer one this time. Go ahead and save that game just in case things go horribly, horribly wrong. Oops. Like so. I already kind of brain farted there. Okay, so I like to getting in relatively close to this thing, kind of with his own little turf here. And then make sure you're not around any, you know, Lizzles that can come out at you or anything along those lines. Hey! There go my ego. There he goes. Go ahead and detonate your ordnance. Go ahead and stasis that bad boy. And go to town. Uh-oh, that thing's about to die! Yeah, good thing I switched modes there and went and got some more clubs. And even if you have to switch clubs, you should still have enough time to get him dead before he, like, wiggles and slaps you with his tail. They're pretty liberal there on how much time you have left to finish him off. So feel free to switch weapons at your heart's content. Let's see what we got. Ooh, a royal shield. Get rid of this Daybreaker. Durability! Nobody wants durability. At least not on a spear. Well, I'll call that my burner weapon for now. Alright, so you might be lucky. Scratch that thought. Actually, yeah. I'm gonna get my sand seal back. That'll speed up getting to the next marked for death target. But there's also a couple of little goodies here in the way of gemstone nodes and Karak seed. And I probably already got the Karak here a long time ago. And normally these nodes produce something pretty good. I usually get a couple of top tier gems at least. So there's a sapphire already. And of course, you know, the flint and the rock salt, that is gonna fly as well. Yeah, I usually get at least a good, you know, yeah, 3 of them all together. So that was definitely a good burst. And then last but not least, we got our good friend the Karak seed. Yeah, ha 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 ha! Ugh. I can make a song out of that. Yeah, ha 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 ha! Ugh. If that becomes a meme someday, I'm gonna want royalties. Oh, and sometimes you can get the moblin clubs from these Lizzles out here. They'll be holding them. It's rare, but sometimes. Alright guys, last but not least, here is victim number 4. Go ahead and get his attention there. And I like to use the round bombs because they roll. Come on, take it. So yeah, sometimes that's just gonna happen. Come on, baby. Come back! Come back! Here we go. The square bomb works too, usually. Wow. He is just not taking the bait today. And I almost hit myself with that one. Okay, so if that happens, this is another way you can do this, and I've been meaning to showcase this anyway. You can actually just use dummy arrows, and then he goes airborne, you can use a bomb arrow. And that'll get him stunned, and you can get over here and just kind of rinse lather your feet. Look at that damage, guys. This bounce system, I'm telling you, this is definitely the way to go, especially for the bigger enemies. You can usually do it with ease. You can usually do it in one shot. Absolutely worthwhile to put that bone system together. And I do that right off the Great Plateau, by the way. So if you're new to my videos or you're new to my streams, check out that playlist I put in the description below. And just watch how I do it right off the Great Plateau. It only takes a couple of videos. And you are right as rain. And that is for DLC and non-DLC users alike. So if you've got the DLC, you can get it just a little bit quicker out in the rainforest. And then, you know, for you non-DLC users, there might be another video or two in there somewhere, but you can get them going just the same. Alright guys, that's it. That is Gerudo Desert in a nutshell. There's a couple other little fun, like, hit points here for looting. That's a fun little bad boy nest there. I would recommend taking the time to tackle that one. All these little craters, they're going to have something fun in there. And you can see these things from the map from the most part. So yeah, look for these little divots. You're going to find a little bit of a bad boy nest in those divots. You're going to find them out here too, between the two areas. There's a fun one there. And there's another one out here somewhere, but I don't see the divot as pronounced, but I think it's right there. Might even be another one or two out here somewhere. Anytime you see the 3 trees in a row, that's going to be a Korok seed. Let's see if I can find you guys a quick one. I thought there was one out here. I'm not seeing it. I know there's one out here behind the skull. Right there. So yeah, anytime you see those 3 little dots, that's going to be a Korok seed. And then the Barrens, there's a couple of fun things there. It's not real super condensed, though. You might be walking around out there a while before you actually find something valuable. Might be a Korok seed on top of one of these two, or maybe that's TOTK, can't remember. Lots of bad boy nest trouble, lots of treasure chests. We actually drove right through that during our our sand seal race, I guess is what that is. It's not really a race. You don't have any other competitors. You're just kind of trying to beat the clock. But yeah, just a lot of fun to do there. A fun little route to run. More casual. And then, of course, you've got your ice house and your ruins here that are a lot of fun. This valley... a lot of Korok seeds here. You need a lot of mighty bananas. And yeah, the Korok seeds are going to be like on these little shelf structures. You're looking for the little frog statues. And some of them are going to have a lot of trays, so you need a lot of bananas. But, yeah, definitely I think there's like 5 Korok seeds on top of those structures. Between that entire little trench or that crevice on the way to good old Yiga. But yeah, guys, beyond that, that's pretty much it. That's the big stuff. Gerudo Desert is probably one of my favorite biomes in this game. Probably not the favorite biome because I really love the rainforest and the beach, so that's like a toss-up. But as far as like Divine Beast areas go, probably going to be my favorite one of the game. Absolutely. So folks, I definitely hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, and comment, I always appreciate that. And until the next time, best of luck, happy hunting. Alright guys, before I actually end stream, I'll go ahead and read a little bit of chat here. It's always fun. And I'm taking temperature damage for no reason whatsoever, because that's just me. It wouldn't be me unless I was taking random damage for something silly and then not noticing. That's like the other part of it. Not noticing. I like the cookie. Wanda, yeah, that startled me when that enemy jumped up. I was like, I did the little thing there on the couch. Yeah, Keely, so the difference in my Lionel strategy between the two games, I refuse to do the mount here in Breath of the Wild. To me, there's no point. Other than, you know, you're not trashing the weapon, but still, it's like difficult to do. But in TOTK, you have to mount. Like, killing them any other way is just horribly difficult. So, Marigold, do you think the Mugulas are easier in TOTK too? Okay, interesting. See, I thought they were about the same. But it's been a while, so yeah, maybe I'll take another look at that. Yeah, like Mario, that electrical attack during thunderstorms and stuff, the Lionels are fun. That's a whole another ball of wax, but yeah, I've had a lot of fun doing that. Especially when they're holding metal weapons. Call the lightning down. Pow! Oh, Keely, I forgot the diamond on Gold Rush Mountain. Normally I check. Now, I've gotten that thing pretty recently. I very highly doubt it would have been respawned by then. But I usually like to check anyway. Oh well. I guess I had a one-track mind getting the Moblin clubs. Oh yeah. I'm out. I knew that. Yeah, Keely, you're right about that. You know you're having a real good game when you're looking at your inventory and you're like, I don't want to drop anything. Like, that's how you know you're having a good game. And the funny thing is, guys, this would kill a lot of enemies. I tend to way overstock. I don't need all these weapons. Barely ever use them. But it's just nice to have. Like, looking at that is very satisfying. And we did that right off the Great Plateau, guys. Like, I can't stress that enough. We did this right off the Great Plateau. We got that bone system. Pow. We went out, we did the kills. Pow. We had our royal weapon drops coming with bonuses. I've been playing my whole game this way. And that's what I really love about this route and this strategy. So much fun. Speaking of, like, random stuff, I'm going to go kill this Lionel. I know it's a silver, but I just kind of want to see where my bonuses are. No touchy! I know it. I love that so much. One of my favorite movies of all time from the Disney eras. Hey, Tony, good to see you again. Welcome back. Okay, just to kind of put a little place marker there where I left. Ooh, I got a minute. A minute to win it. So bone system, absolutely. Gonna go with the bone system. This Lionel will be as good as dead. And of course we're gonna Savage Bow up for this bad boy. And I've got a 5-shot already working. Nice. Well, it's going to be a close call, guys. With bullet time, slowing down the clock just a little bit, I should be able to pull this off. Come on, Link. Come on, baby. You can do it. Top that stamina off right before I launch. I'll probably be eating one of those double barrel meals. Where you at, Poppy? There you are. Marked for death. And I like to get right in his face, guys. Make sure all 5 of those arrows connect. Come in at a sideways angle. That gives you just a little bit more time in the air here. Do as much face shot damage as absolutely possible. And wow, that stam is just going. But this is where I love these double barrel meals. Oh yeah. And look at that damage, guys. He's almost dead already. I don't even really have to use the club. But, you know, whatever he does have left, I just go in there and get him dead. He's pretty quick. And I love having breakage swing on kill swing. So satisfying. Alright. Ooh, Sapphire. Loving that. 108. What freaking dog. So this will probably become my new Rock Crusher because, you know, I've got better things for combat now. Like, dang. Let's see where this bow is at. And I really wish these had health meters on them because I have no idea where I'm at. Yeah, I'll take my chances. It's another quick shot. Okay, I had to study that for some reason. 22 seconds to spare. Alright. So guys, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for hanging out today. Definitely appreciate your company. Definitely love the chat. I love how you guys can all come together and just enjoy a little bit of game time. Definitely appreciate having y'all. So folks, again, just one final reminder, if you wouldn't mind, take a moment, like, share, subscribe, comment. I really do always appreciate that. And folks, until the next time, peace out, y'all.